fire going, all right, for all the things that you're passionate about.
Hello everyone, welcome to Fishing Friday. This is the very first episode of a series we're starting on the channel, and as you can tell, it's about fishing, and we love fishing games here. We're big fishing game enjoyers here. This series is going to come out every other Friday, so twice a month-ish. We are going to cover all sorts of fishing games, what makes a good fishing game, what makes a bad fishing game, why certain ones are fun, why certain ones aren't fun. Most of this is going to be my opinion, but I do have a set list of criteria I go through. However, it's all my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. Without further ado, today's episode is on the beloved web fishing. I'm sure you've heard of web fishing before. It kind of blew up a few months ago, and I played it when it first came out, and I had a blast. Now we're going to break this down into a few key categories. Category number 1 being gameplay and mechanics. We're going to talk about graphics. Then we're going to go over sound design. Now, every game's got to have UI, so then we're going to go over UI. And finally, we're going to cover the social aspect of the game, because what's better than fishing alone? Fishing with friends. Now, without further ado, let's dive into web fishing. Starting off with gameplay / mechanics, this game is loaded. It has so many mechanics happening all at once. First of all, how many fish are there? There's a lot. There's enough to not, get bored. It's a very wide range of fish, from snails to frogs to bass, salmon, manta rays, alligators, all sorts of anything that kind of hangs out in the water. It's pretty much fair game. Now, from what I understand, each fish has its own sort of rarity tier, and within each tier, there's a range of quality you can get. So for example, a common fish could be the highest tier quality, but it's a common catch. There are other factors that we'll discuss later that go into determining the quality of the fish, but the tier of the fish is determined on the bait you have. Low tier bait, such as the worms, catches tier 1 to tier 2 fish, and then the crickets, which is the second tier of bait, catches tier 3 fish. Any bait after those guys can catch any tier of fish, but from above the crickets, they're going to start catching different qualities of fish. So the better the bait, the better the quality of fish. Kind of confusing, but I hope that made sense. Now, there are two main types of fish you can catch. Freshwater fish, which are found in, freshwater, ponds, streams, that sort of thing, and saltwater fish, which are obviously found in the ocean. There's also a third type of fish that is found in the void, and it's this weird thing. I didn't catch it, but here's a picture of it. What a freak. It's like a glitching thing. It looks like it's in excruciating pain all the time. Now, obviously, your gear plays a big part in catching fish. You can also get all sorts of bobbers, the usual ones that increase catch rate or increase catch quality. The one I like is for when I'm totally AFK, usually editing, and I have web fishing on my second monitor, and it's the lure that waits for you to click to start the catch. That way you can see you've caught something, finish what you're doing, and then go click, and then you can play the little fishing minigame. It's very convenient. It's one of the greatest things. Why don't more fishing games have this? Speaking of the minigame, it's great. It's your usual button mash reeling game. You fill up the bar, and every time you see a little block, you spam click your mouse, and then it breaks, and you go to the next one, and then you spam click again, and eventually you fill up the bar and you catch the fish. It's super easy. It really helps enforce the relaxed atmosphere of this game by not making the fishing minigame so intense. You can also upgrade your fishing rod to get more clicks per click. I really think that's super helpful, and it definitely makes the game easier, especially when you start to catch higher tiers of fish and it's 500 clicks per little chunk. Definitely worth investing in. Moving on to graphics. I love the graphics of this game. It totally has an Animal Crossing vibe to it. It's super kind of pixely. It's great. Now, we can't talk about graphics, and especially graphics in fishing games, without talking about water. It's the main thing in fishing games. No water, no fishing game. I love web fishing's water. However, it's not totally my style. It's a little bit simplistic, but that's the goal of the graphics. So if the graphics are helping to cultivate the grand aesthetic vision of the game, that makes them good. And I think these totally do it. But it's not so simplistic it's boring. I love the waves on the shore. They have these beautiful, kind of white bubbly parts that really make it great. And the same with the little bobber making ripples in the water as you reel it in or as it sits there. That's a great touch. That really makes the world feel alive. Quickly, I'm just going to touch on player models because in this fishing game, there's actually quite a bit you can customize. You can be either a cat or dog. You can change the type of pattern on your fur. You can change the colors. And you can also buy all sorts of wonderful apparel from this super shady rat person who's kind of really mean. Now, the sound design of this game is wonderful. This game's soundtrack is super relaxing. It's just acoustic guitar with some like 8-bit influences, very Animal Crossing, very Animal Crossing. It only plays very rarely. It has that sort of Minecraft thing where it fades in and fades out. It's not super intrusive. You barely notice it. I think it does its job well. All the little cash sounds and like catching sound when you catch a fish, all very simple and all wonderful. The ambient sounds of the wind and the waves are also beautiful. Very quiet, very demure, very mindful. Moving on to UI. The UI of this game is pretty good. However, I get a little lost. I think there's too many options of ways to get to certain menus. You can use keybinds or you can click on it when you're already in a different menu. I get lost and confused frequently, but I think that might be a me problem. I'm just not very smart. That being said, it looks great. It's super easy to like understand when you're in the menus. It's very clear as to what it is. It's very simplistic. That's kind of the whole vibe of the game. Another note of the UI is it doesn't hurt your eyes to look at. It's very cute. It's like very easy to see. It's all pixel. The colors aren't super saturated, and I love it. Now, for the final section, the social section. Fishing alone is great, but fishing with friends, so much better. Now, WEBFISHING puts a huge emphasis on this as the game was developed to be a sort of chat room fishing game. It was supposed to be one of those public chat room games, sort of like a VR chat, but without all the freaky shit going on. One little detail that I think is absolutely amazing is when you type in chat, your character makes sounds that are similar to the length of your sentence. I don't know how they did this. It's amazing and I love it and it is so cute. Also, there's some general emotes such as sitting, waving, laughing, all that sort of thing. If you're looking for a game to just kind of hang out with your friends, this is a very good qualifier. It's a game you can just get on at the end of the day, have a good time, and just relax and decompress. Overall, I'd say WEBFISHING achieves its goal of being a public chat room fishing game. There's also so much more to cover. I didn't cover everything in this video. There's all sorts of secret stuff, different areas of the map, there's fossils to find, there's different rod types, there's secret zones, and what is this? Gambling. Oh boy!